Hey everybody, Roha360 here. I haven't vlogged in a while. You'll have to excuse me. I have no makeup. I'm all sweaty. I did a bleach day today, which is where I bleach the crap out of my house because it makes me feel good. When things are OCD, clean and organized, I don't know, it does something for me. And I find it very therapeutic. For everybody going through breakups, very therapeutic just to put on a good audiobook, something very positive or a positive TED Talk, or an empowering book, and just clean the hell out of things and just get your mind off of where your mind wants to go. Because when we go through breakups, we tend to, I think, wallow in sadness. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about end of breakups and moving on. Because recently I've gone through a lot of work with my therapist and a lot of just insights that I've had that I hope will help you, all of you. And, you know, I want to respect anonymity, and I want to say that. So that's why I don't say people's names. But at the same time, I hope that I share my personal experience and what is personal for me. Because I hope you can find the similarities and take encouragement from my perspective and life lessons. So the first thing is you can't rush things that take time to grow. So I have to constantly remind myself of that multiple times a day. And I just realized, so this goes back to moving on. You can't rush things that take time to grow. You can't tell your heart when it's ready to move on. So when I left my husband, we had this situation where I had to get a restraining order and, a lot of things happened. And he immediately got into a relationship. I think I saw this woman with him at my farm, taking property. I think it was like in November. So it had only been a couple months, right? And he's still with this woman. And I didn't know why that bothered me so much. And I finally figured it out. It bothered me because I felt like it cheapened a 17-year marriage that he just replaced me so quickly. But my therapist gave me some really good perspective. So for people hurting in this, I hope this gives you perspective. It actually is a very positive thing on me because he needed that. And I was such a positive thing in his life. He immediately needed to put that in his life. It was missing from his life. His life wasn't complete without what I provided. I, on the other hand, have viewed being in a relationship as a negative thing. So I needed time to step back and say, no, whoa, this isn't what I want. Being in a relationship hasn't been a positive thing for me. But going to the moving on part, and when is my heart ready to move on, and why did this bother me? Not only did I feel like it cheapened my 17-year marriage, there was a part of me that felt like I didn't want to leave him. I was forced to leave him. I wanted him to get counseling and to get help and some things to change and to live a life of integrity and honesty. Our moral compasses don't align. They've never aligned. And it was too much work anymore for me to try to get his moral compass in alignment with mine. And it caused me to want to be drunk because of some of the moral compass issues that we had, because I just couldn't handle some of the things he was doing. So I thought, this guy is crazy. I mean, I sold over $1 million for him in the business. I basically would take whatever he wanted. And that's another problem I've realized I've had. I took my whole life and plowed into making his life what he wanted. And I forgot who I was and what I wanted. But I thought, no, he's going to realize we've got these 3 kids. He's going to realize he's going to want to change. He's going to want to get help. And I was really angry at first by, no, he doesn't want to change. He wants to go out and find some cheap imitation of me and completely bamboozle and lie and trick her into thinking whatever it is, rather than getting help and changing. Because rather than saying sorry to his 12-year-old daughter and saying sorry to me and trying to get help, it's easier just to try to build a cookie cutter version of what we already have. And at first it made me angry. And then I realized It's time to move on. He doesn't want to change. He's not capable of changing. He doesn't realize he needs to change. And that's why I was upset. I needed to accept that. He's never going to change. That's who he is. I lied to myself for years about my own happiness and who he was, reflecting my own goodness and reflecting what I wanted it to be, to what I thought I could change him into being. I constantly was trying to put my morals, my values, my input. It really didn't work, but I was constantly trying to want him to be a better man and thinking I could make him that better man, that I could give him that moral compass, that I could work hard enough and I could sell enough and I could do enough. I could finally defend him enough and get him through enough of these lawsuits that he would see that doing the right thing was the right thing to do. And I finally had to come to the conclusion that's not who he is. That's who I want to be. And it will never work. So I need to be happy for him. He's probably happy with someone who doesn't have an opinion, who I thought, well, why is he going to want to be with someone that's not making him money? Maybe he's realized that having a woman make you a bunch of money isn't a great way to go. And be happy that he's happy and realize, no, he didn't want the family. That was your dream, not his. He didn't want to live this. I am grieving a life that never existed because I was working so hard to build a dream that I saw him being a part of and building him into a man that he never was. And now that I've accepted that, I'm moving on. And it is a completely different, changed perspective. So I hope that everyone out there can kind of realize I didn't expect the feelings of sadness and grief and sorrow when I'm the one that left, when I'm the one that thought I wanted to end the relationship. But no, what I wanted was a better relationship. And I had to finally accept that some people, no matter how bad you want them to change, don't want to. It's just not in them to. And you have to love yourself enough to move on and make better of a situation. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope my perspective helps you. And have a great day, everybody. Roja 360. Take care. Bye.